Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Countdown. I'm Lindsey Wilkerson, and I'm here to show you the top 5 reasons why Missouri is an indecisive state. Now this may sound like an odd thing to discuss, but hear me out. I promise that by the end of this segment, you'll be a newfound philosopher asking yourself, what is the state of Missouri really? And starting off our countdown as number 5, the word Missouri is pronounced at least 3 different ways. Is it Missouri, Missouri, or just misery? Now, I'm from the southwestern part of the state, and I say it the first way, Missouri, but I met someone in one of my classes, and she said she was from Kansas City, Missouri. Missouri? Like, isn't that one of our school chants, like Missouri, Missouri? I think maybe that's where the chant comes from, and I just hadn't caught on until now. But either way, I'm just going to stick with saying the way I'm used to. Now, moving on to number 4, Missouri seems to be in the midst of an identity crisis. Are we a southern or midwestern state? Well, since Missouri is right smack dab in the middle of the U.S., I think Missouri is a bit of both. Now, southern Missourians would most definitely say that we're a southern state, but someone from northern Missouri would probably say the complete opposite. This dispute even goes down to the way we talk. Now, when you're talking with a group of people, do you guys say you guys or y'all? And when you want a fountain drink from Rollins, are you ordering a pop or a soda? No matter which word you say or relate most to, we're all Missourians now that we go to Mizzou. Now let's talk about number 3. Have you ever noticed the amount of road construction in Missouri? It seems as if MoDOT is constantly displeased with the way our roads look and decided that intersections would look way better with orange cones scattered around everywhere and giant signs plastered around. Now beyond this, have you guys ever driven through a diverging diamond interchange? Well, maybe you have, but you didn't know the name for it. Basically, in this interchange, drivers follow the lights and lines to essentially drive on the wrong side of the road in the intersection until they are directed back to the correct side of the road. And if this doesn't convince you that Missouri is indecisive, then I don't know what will. We can't even decide what side of the road to drive on. Now, all right, on to number 2. Missouri has the ultimate struggle of having so many sports teams to side with. Let's just take a look at baseball for a second. St. Louis residents have the Cardinals fans, and Kansas City residents are the Royals fans. But what if you're from anywhere else in the nation? Too bad. You have to pick between those teams, and if you don't pick the right team, you can potentially be shunned from that friend group forever. This Missourian philosophy stems into other sports, too. In football, there's the St. Louis Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. But no matter what sport you're a fan of, just make sure you carefully pick a favorite team. Missourians love their sports. And now, the number 1 reason why Missouri is indecisive? Our weather forecast. Living in Missouri is basically like living out a Drake song. The weather seems like it can go from 0 to 100 real quick. Missourians know that it's always a safe bet to have an umbrella in their car for when it randomly starts to rain. But after hearing all of these reasons, I think we can all agree that they all contribute to why we love living in Missouri. Even if Missourians don't agree on everything, we do agree that Missouri is a pretty great place to live. This wraps up this week's Countdown. I'm Lindsey Wilkerson. Let's head back to Africa in the studio.
There's been a lot of mention of Drake in tonight's episode, but hey, I'm not complaining at all. I love his music, along with some other artists that are actually mentioned up next on Spare the Skip.